Alright, so welcome back, guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the big Marvel news regarding upcoming Phase 4 movies and TV shows, as well as some other news that we got regarding SpiderMan and some other details regarding possible other movies coming in Phase 5. So if Marvel is something you're interested in, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Marvel news from me moving forward. Now let's begin. First up, of course, we got more confirmation news on Black Widow, which has been announced to be coming out on May 1st of 2020, next year. And we got some more details regarding the movie and the cast. Now, of course, we got Scarlett Johansson returning as Black Widow herself. We got David Harbour from Stranger Things as Red Guardian. And then we got Florence Pugh, I don't know how to pronounce her name, as Yolanda. And then you got O.T. Fagbelne as Rick Mason. And you got Rachel Weisz as Melina. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the character's last name. And you got Ray Winstone as an undisclosed role. And you got confirmation that Taskmaster is the villain in this movie. Now, in regards to other news we got news that this will take place between Civil War and Infinity War. So we're going to see Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow as during that time period. There's theories going around about Budapest. I'm very interested to see what they do with this movie. If I'm being honest right now, it's probably on the bottom of my list of excitement in Phase 4, just due to the fact that we know that she survives this movie, so it kind of takes away some of that depth. I get it, we want to see what happened to her, we're going to want to dive more into her story, but at the end of the day, we know she's going to live. There's no, for that reason, there's no high stakes in this movie. Unless there's something that I don't know and they're hiding something, or there's something that from the comics which I don't read that is going to come into play. But for me, I don't care too much, because it's just we know she survives. Unless there's some kind of big setup for Phase 5 and more movies, I don't care. Next, we got the Eternals, which is coming out November 6th, 2020. Now, this one I'm in the middle. It's not like I don't care about this movie, but it's also one that I'm not super excited for. Now, the cast for this movie is Angelina Jolie as Fina, Richard Madden as Icarus, you got Kamal Nanjiani as Kingo, you got Warren Radcliffe as what's the character, Makari, and then you got Brian Ty Henry as Fastos, I think that's how you pronounce his name. You got Selma Hayek as Ajax. You got Leah McHugh as Sprite. You got Don Lee as Gilgamesh. I don't know. I hope that's how you pronounce it. You got Barry Koq as Druig. And then you got Gemma Chan as Cersei. And Kit Harington as Dane Whitman, also known as Black Knight. And then there's two other characters, James and Karen, who have yet to be cast. Now, first off, for the Eternals, is they have probably one of the best casts probably out of this entire Phase 4 movies. I think pretty much if you don't know every single character, are you living under a rock? At least half of this cast have big names attached to this movie, so that's exciting. The thing I'm excited for this is we know it's going to be setting up a lot of the cosmic side of the MCU. So we're going to dive more into that. That's why I got excitement for. I'm very interested to see what they do with this movie, but I don't know. I'm interested in it, but at the same time, it's I'm not going crazy about it. One of the other things I have issue with in regards to the Eternals is the fact that no one seems to care the fact that Gemma Chan is already in the MCU. Now, everybody made a big stink about how the guy who's going to be playing Blade was already in the MCU TV shows, yet they don't care that Gemma Chan was in Captain Marvel as Mini Irva. Now, maybe is it just people don't care and they're just ignoring that, since a lot of people seem to not like Captain Marvel? How come that whole Blade thing got a big stink, but yet no one seems to care about the Eternals and Gemma Chan? Okay, maybe I'm just maybe blowing this out of proportion, but at least to me it feels like this is something big that should be talked about. Now, after that, going into 2021, we got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings coming out February 12th of 2021. Now, this was a kind of predicted that it come out at this month due to the Chinese New Year, and similar to how Black Panther came out around this time with Black History Month. They're probably hoping to cash in on similar aspects of the month. But that's beside the point. Moving forward, we did get casting information in regards to characters. We got Samu Liu as Shang-Chi. I hope I pronounced that right. And you got Tommy Leon Chen Chai Li. I hope I probably just butchered that name. But he will be playing the Mandarin. And then you got Aquafina in an undisclosed role. Now, originally, I had zero care in the world for Shang-Chi when I first heard about it. However, when they revealed that it's going to be the Ten Rings and the actual real Mandarin is going to be in it, that boosted it up to probably my second most excited movie for Phase 4. Other than that, we don't know much about it. Coming out next is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which will come out on May 7th of 2021. Now, of course, we got Benedict Cumberbatch reprising his role as Doctor Strange. You got Elizabeth Olsen joining the cast as Scarlet Witch. And you got Rachel McAdams returning as the love interest Christine Palmer. And then you got Benedict Wong returning as, of course, Wong. Now, there are rumors going back and forth whether Mordo from the first one will be returning. Some sources say he will, some say he's not yet, which I'm hoping he returns in this movie, because I really like the post-credit scene for the first Doctor Strange, setting him up as the villain, so I really, really hope that he does come back for this movie. And there are rumors that Nightmare will be the main villain as well. I don't know how they fit both villains in there. I hope both show up, because I really want to see Mordo, but at the same time, I don't know. This one is probably going to be my number one movie I'm excited for in Phase 4. It's said to be the first scary movie in the MCU. However, it probably won't be that scary since it's PG-13. And, of course, it's Disney and they try to market it towards kids. So it's probably not going to be, like, super, super scary. But it's always going to have a little bit more of a scare to it. So that's something interesting. I'm not personally one for scary movies. But since it's, like I said, Disney and this kind of stuff, I'm assuming it's probably not going to be, like, something I'm not going to like, but it's definitely something I'm interested in. Again, this is probably my number one Phase 4 movie, so definitely excited for it. And Doctor Strange is one of my favorite characters, so that boosts it up a little bit higher on my list as well. Now, the last Phase 4 movie will be Thor, Love and Thunder, starring Chris Hemsworth playing Thor again. You got Tessa Thompson returning as Valkyrie, and you got Natalie Portman returning as Jane Foster, who will become Mighty Thor. And there's also rumors that Taika Waititi will be returning as Korg, which isn't a surprise. After Ragnarok, he was one of the fan favorites, so I'm not surprised there. Now, my big issue with this movie right off the bat is I hate the title. Unless it has something to do with the comics, which I'm not aware of, Love and Thunder sounds like the most stupidest name I could have ever thought of for a movie. Maybe it'll change maybe it'll grow on me, but as it still stands right now, almost a month after San Diego Comic-Con, I still absolutely hate it. That's not to say I'm going to hate the movie, I just hate the title. Now, I know there's a big controversy going over a female Thor. I don't care. As long as they give us a good movie, I will be happy and not care. I know there's back and forth regarding that, and please just don't, respect each other in the comment section, and let's not be, sexist people there, because I know that's a big controversy. But other than that, this is interesting. I feel like this will set up Phase 5 in a big way, and there's rumors that Valkyrie's going to be looking for, her queen or whatever, so that's an interesting storyline as well. Other than that, this one I'm mixed on. It's not like I don't care about it, but I'm also excited for it. Now, last from San Diego Comic-Con, it was announced that Mahershala Ali, I hope I pronounced that right, will be joining the MCU as Blade in an upcoming Phase 5 movie. That was a big surprise. Now, going back to what I said about Gemma Chan, everyone made a big stink at the time about how he already played Cottonmouth, I think it is, in Luke Cage. Never watched the show, but heard it was good. So, I don't get it why everybody made a big stink about him. Meanwhile, no one cares about Gemma Chan. but that's beside the point right now. Blade, I'm definitely excited for. I'm definitely interested to see what they do with the movie, and I think this could definitely set up more stuff. In addition to this, we also got news about Black Panther 2 being in the works, Captain Marvel 2 being in the works, Guardians 3 coming, and then you got Kevin Feige who hinted at the Fantastic Four and the mutants joining up, coming in phase 5 or 6, whenever. So that's exciting as well. Now, like I said, they did announce at D23 that Black Panther 2 is definitely coming, and they announced the release date, which will be May 6, 2022. So this will be the first movie in phase 5. So that's exciting. Black Panther made a whole lot of money and was nominated for an Oscar, so it's no surprise that it's getting a sequel. And of course, you got Chadwick Boseman returning, and you got, pretty much everybody from the original movie, I think, is returning. Other than, of course, Killmonger and some of the other characters probably that died. But this is going to be a big one, setting up the upcoming phase and other things probably. So this is probably one that's big for phase 5 and the future of the MCU. Not surprising that they started off phase 5 with Black Panther, since it's such a big character, and he'll probably be leading the MCU moving forward, or at least one of the new leads of the Avengers. So I think it makes sense to have him lead us into the new phase 5, so I'm excited for that. Now, the last bit of news I want to discuss regarding the MCU was Spider-Man. Now, if you have been living under a rock, you must have missed it, but I doubt it that you missed the fact that Spider-Man most likely is out of the MCU. Sony and Marvel could not reach a new deal to keep Spider-Man in the MCU, which is very disappointing to most fans, including myself. I was hoping it was just like a marketing thing where they would say it, and then at D23 they'd get a new deal. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and we lost Spider-Man. However, in recently of recording this, there are rumors of a new deal possibly coming out, so hopefully that will happen. Honestly, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not like keep my hopes up, but I'm still trying to be optimistic about this because I really want to see Spider-Man in the MCU. Tom Holland is perfect casting, and regardless, he still has two movies left in his contract, which Sony will be producing, which I'm not looking forward to, but that's beside the point. This is very sad news for all Marvel fans. At least I think it is. But I'm interested to see what comes out of this, because I think either way, this Sony Spider-Man is going to fail. Marvel will sabotage things, and it'll probably be off the ground. Either it'll buy out Sony, or it'll eventually come to another deal, and Spider-Man will eventually be back in the MCU. I'm sad, and I'm just hoping that this new deal is true, and we get a few more Spider-Man movies or whatever in the future of the MCU, because it would suck to lose him. I know people blame Sony, some people blame Marvel. I'm in the middle. I don't blame Sony, but I don't blame Marvel. I think Marvel when making their deal, they came out at the deal a little bit too high. I think I agree that they deserve 50-50, but they started way too high because they can't go up at that point. They should have came to the table with like 30% or something like that, and then negotiated up to 50. That would make sense. I'm hoping they come to a deal and maybe get 50%, because I think both companies should have 50-50 in this deal. So I'm hoping that's what happens. But I do not think Marvel is being greedy. I think they asked for what they deserved. They just started too high when starting negotiations. But let me know your thoughts about Spider-Man. Are you optimistic? Are you in the other category where you think it's not going to happen? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, those are my quick thoughts and opinions regarding the Phase 4 and 5 Marvel Cinematic movies. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Marvel videos from me moving forward. And you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which I have linked in the About section of my YouTube page. And stay tuned, because I'll have another video talking about all the Disney Plus Marvel TV shows coming out soon. As always, this has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.